Your body is quietly telling you something right now, something most people miss until it's far too late. If you're over 75, there are 5 hidden signs happening in your body at this very moment that reveal exactly how much time you might have left. Not guesses, not possibilities, real measurable indicators that scientists use to predict lifespan with startling accuracy. Most people think aging is just something that happens to you, like you wake up one morning and suddenly you're old. But that's not how it works. Your body has been leaving clues for years. Small changes, tiny shifts, things you probably noticed but dismissed as normal aging, except they're not normal at all. They're messages. I want you to try something. Stand up from wherever you're sitting right now. But here's the catch. Don't use your hands. Don't push off the armrests. Don't grab the table. Just stand straight up using only your legs. Could you do it? That single movement just told you more about your future than a blood test ever could. Because the first hidden sign isn't about disease or illness. It's about power, leg power specifically. And researchers have discovered something remarkable about it. A study following thousands of people over 75 found that those who could rise from a chair without using their hands had dramatically better survival rates over the next decade. Not slightly better, dramatically better. We're talking about a difference that surprised even the scientists conducting the research. Why does this matter so much? Your legs contain the largest muscle groups in your entire body. When those muscles stay strong, everything else tends to follow. Your balance improves. Your bones stay denser. Your metabolism functions better. Even your brain gets more blood flow. But when leg strength fades, it sets off a cascade. First, you start using your hands to stand. Then, you avoid stairs. Soon, you're walking less because it feels harder. Your world literally shrinks because your legs can't carry you through it anymore. Margaret discovered this at 76. She lived in Phoenix and never thought much about how she got out of chairs. Until one afternoon at her book club, she watched everyone else stand up effortlessly while she needed to brace herself against the armrest. That moment changed everything for her. She started practicing. Every single morning, 10 times she'd sit down and stand up. No hands, just legs. The first week was brutal. She could barely manage 3 repetitions, but something shifted by the second week, then the third. Within 2 months, Margaret was standing without even thinking about it. Her legs had remembered what they could do. The medical term for this is the sit-to-stand test. Doctors use it because it measures so many things simultaneously. Leg strength, obviously, but also core stability, balance, coordination, and whether your nervous system communicates properly with your muscles. Here's what most people don't realize. This isn't about being athletic. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. You just need to maintain the basic strength required to move your own body through space. And if you've lost it, you can rebuild it faster than you think. Now, leg strength is critical, but there's a second sign that's even more powerful as a predictor of longevity, something you do every single day without thinking about it: your walking speed. This might sound absurdly simple. Walk faster, live longer. But the research is so consistent, it's almost eerie. Scientists can watch someone walk across a room and estimate their life expectancy with surprising accuracy. Not because walking speed causes longer life, but because it reveals how well every system in your body works together. Think about what has to happen for you to walk. Your heart pumps blood efficiently. Your lungs deliver oxygen. Your muscles generate power. Your nerves transmit signals. Your brain processes balance and direction. Your joints move smoothly. All of this happens simultaneously, coordinated perfectly, just so you can cross a room. When walking speed slows significantly, it means multiple systems are declining together. Your cardiovascular system isn't as efficient. Muscle mass is dropping. Nerve signals are weakening. The brain isn't processing information as quickly. But here's where it gets interesting. The slowdown isn't always obvious. You might not notice you're walking slower. You just feel like everyone else walks too fast. Crosswalk signals seem rushed. Keeping up with friends takes more effort than it used to. James experienced this at 77. He lived in Portland and had always been an active walker. But gradually, almost imperceptibly, His pace dropped. His wife would walk ahead without meaning to. His grandkids would race ahead on the sidewalk. He told himself it was fine, that he was just being more careful, taking his time. Then one morning, everything clicked. He wasn't being careful. He was compensating. His body had slowed down and his mind had adjusted the story to match. That realization pushed him to act. The question is, what happens when you notice these signs? Can they be reversed? And what are the other 3 hidden indicators that reveal your true life expectancy? James started small. Morning walks around his neighborhood. Nothing extreme, just consistent movement. He focused on posture, keeping his shoulders back, maintaining steady rhythm. Within 3 weeks, something shifted. His stride lengthened naturally. The crosswalk signals stopped feeling rushed. When his wife walked beside him now, they moved at the same pace. His body had remembered what it could do. The research backs this up completely. Studies tracking thousands of seniors found that walking speed correlates with lifespan more reliably than almost any other single measurement. Not because fast walking magically extends life, but because it reflects integrated health across every major system. Your cardiovascular endurance, muscular power, neural coordination, metabolic efficiency, all of it shows up in how you move through space. And here's what matters most. You can improve this. Even if your pace has slowed dramatically, consistent daily walking rebuilds the strength and coordination you've lost. The body responds remarkably well to regular movement, even in your 70s and beyond. Now, walking speed reveals overall function. But there's a third sign that medical researchers consider equally powerful. Something you probably do dozens of times every day without thinking twice about it. Your grip strength. Close your hand into a fist right now. Squeeze hard. Notice how that feels. Is it firm and controlled? Or does your hand tremble slightly, feel weaker than you remember? This simple action reveals far more than you'd expect. Grip strength isn't just about your hands. It's a window into total body muscle mass, nerve function, and even cardiovascular health. When doctors measure grip strength, they're essentially measuring how well your entire muscular system is aging. Studies consistently show that seniors with stronger grip live longer, maintain independence longer, and avoid the cascade of frailty that accelerates decline. The mechanism makes sense when you think about it. Grip strength indicates whether you're maintaining muscle throughout your body, and muscle mass is one of the most critical factors in healthy aging. Robert discovered this at 74. He'd always had a confident handshake, the kind that conveyed strength and reliability. But gradually, he noticed changes. That pickle jar in his kitchen became genuinely difficult to open. Grocery bags felt heavier. Twisting the cap off his medication bottle required real effort. At first, he brushed it off. Just part of getting older, he told himself. But during a routine checkup, his doctor tested his grip strength with a specialized device. The numbers came back concerning, significantly lower than expected for his age. His doctor explained something Robert hadn't considered. Declining grip strength often signals muscle loss throughout the entire body. Not just hands and arms, but legs, core, everywhere. And that muscle loss directly predicts risk of falls, loss of independence, accelerated aging. That conversation changed Robert's approach completely. He started simple, squeezing a tennis ball while watching television, using light hand weights for basic exercises, deliberately carrying his own groceries instead of accepting help, making his hands work. 6 months later, when his doctor retested his grip, the improvement was substantial, nearly 30% stronger. But more than that, Robert felt different. His whole body seemed more capable. Tasks that had become challenging felt manageable again. The beautiful part about grip strength is how quickly it responds to training. You don't need expensive equipment or complicated programs. Hand squeezers, light dumbbells, even just using your hands more deliberately in daily life. Opening your own jars, carrying your own bags, maintaining that strength through regular use. Think about your own hands right now. Can you open containers without assistance? Do you carry shopping bags confidently? When you grip something, does it feel secure or uncertain? Your hands are broadcasting information about your entire body's muscle health, but physical strength is only part of the equation. There's a fourth sign that many people completely overlook, even though it might be the most powerful predictor of all: your emotional resilience. Most discussions about aging focus exclusively on physical health, muscle strength, cardiovascular function, mobility. All critical, absolutely. But the research is unambiguous. Emotional and mental health predict longevity just as powerfully as physical markers. Seniors who maintain social connections, stay mentally engaged, and keep a sense of purpose live significantly longer than those who withdraw and isolate. The mechanism isn't mysterious. Loneliness and chronic stress trigger inflammation throughout your body. They suppress immune function. They strain your cardiovascular system. At a cellular level, they accelerate aging. William experienced this firsthand. At 78, 5 years after his wife passed away, he'd essentially stopped living. He rarely left his house, stopped calling friends, abandoned his weekly card game. His daughter watched him shrink, not just emotionally but physically. He moved slower, spoke less, seemed to occupy less space in the world. One afternoon, she suggested he volunteer at the local library. William resisted initially. What was the point? But she persisted, and eventually he agreed to try it for just 1 week. That single week changed everything. He started organizing book donations, helping visitors find resources, having conversations. Slowly, something fundamental shifted. Energy returned. Purpose returned. When William saw his doctor months later, the physical changes were measurable. Blood pressure had dropped. Inflammation markers showed real improvement. The doctor asked what new medication he'd started taking. William smiled and said he hadn't started any medication at all. He'd simply started caring about something again. Your emotional state isn't some abstract concept disconnected from physical health. They're profoundly intertwined. When you feel isolated, purposeless, disconnected, your body responds with inflammation. Your immune system weakens. Stress hormones flood your bloodstream constantly. But when you stay engaged, maintain curiosity, nurture relationships, your body releases protective chemicals, healing hormones, anti-inflammatory compounds. Are you still curious about the world around you? Do conversations energize you rather than exhaust you? When was the last time you genuinely laughed? Have you withdrawn gradually, stopped reaching out, let friendships fade without really noticing? Your mental engagement is as vital as your muscle strength. Balance represents the fifth sign. Scientists consider it potentially the single clearest predictor of longevity. If you can stand on one foot, even briefly, your brain, nerves, and muscles communicate beautifully. But immediate wobbling or complete inability signals higher fall risk and accelerated decline. Balance isn't simply about avoiding falls. It requires sophisticated coordination between your inner ear, vision, leg muscles, core strength, and your brain's ability to process all that information instantly. Dorothy is 75, lives in Phoenix. About a year ago, she noticed her hand drifting to walls more often. Walking down hallways, she touched the wall without consciously deciding to. Standing at the kitchen sink, she'd lean against the counter. Small changes, barely noticeable. Then one morning, reaching for a coffee mug on a high shelf, she felt herself sway, just slightly, but it frightened her. Her balance was deteriorating. Dorothy started practicing immediately. She'd stand at the kitchen counter, lift 1 foot off the ground, hold it as long as possible. Initially, 3 seconds was her maximum, then 5, then 10. Within 2 months, she could stand on 1 foot for 20 seconds without any support. Her confidence returned completely. Stairs stopped worrying her. Uneven sidewalks became manageable again. She trusted her own body and space. Medical research demonstrates that maintaining good balance after 70 significantly lowers fall risk, improves cognitive function, extends life expectancy, and balance improves with just minutes of daily practice. Stand up right now. Hold a chair if needed. Lift 1 foot an inch off the ground. How long can you maintain that position? Even with support, Steady balance indicates your nervous system remains sharp, your muscles responsive. Sleep quality is the sixth sign. How well you sleep reveals more about longevity than most people understand. Sleep isn't merely rest. It's when your body repairs tissue, strengthens immunity, clears toxins from your brain. People over 73 who maintain consistent, high-quality sleep live significantly longer and healthier lives. Those struggling with poor sleep face elevated risks of memory decline, heart disease, weakened immune function. Consider two men, Sam and Graham, both 75. Sam maintains a steady bedtime, sleeps around 7 hours nightly, wakes refreshed. Graham experiences restless nights, tossing, turning, waking repeatedly, struggling to fall asleep. Over time, Sam's body continues functioning optimally. His mind stays sharp. Energy remains steady. Graham develops brain fog, daytime fatigue, blood pressure changes, all connected to declining sleep quality. If you wake frequently during the night, struggle staying asleep, feel exhausted despite hours in bed, don't dismiss it. Your body is communicating something critical. Poor sleep links to stress, inadequate diet, insufficient physical activity, undiagnosed conditions like sleep apnea. Sleep quality can improve. Simple adjustments create huge differences, reducing screen time before bed, maintaining consistent routines, getting natural sunlight each morning, avoiding heavy evening meals. The seventh and final sign is your appetite and eating habits. How you eat after 73 strongly indicates longevity. Healthy appetite and balanced nutrition keep your body strong, immune system resilient, energy levels high. Sudden appetite loss or poor eating habits signal underlying health issues. Decreased appetite in older adults often connects to digestive issues, hormonal changes, even early cognitive decline. When you're not eating adequately, your body begins breaking down muscle, leading to weakness, frailty, increased fall risk, illness. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods. Stay hydrated. Don't ignore shrinking appetite. It could indicate something requiring attention. Are you still enjoying meals, getting sufficient protein, fiber, healthy fats? Or have appetite and energy declined noticeably? These 7 signs are your body's honest messages: walking speed, grip strength, standing ability, emotional resilience, balance, sleep quality, appetite. They reveal exactly where you stand and what needs attention. Every single one can improve through simple daily habits. You're not too old. You're not too late. Your body can still strengthen. Your mind can remain sharp. Your life can stay full. If others have done it at 72, 74, 76, 78, so can you. Pay attention to what your body tells you and take action while you still can. These 7 signs aren't mysterious. They're not hidden in some medical journal you need a degree to understand. They're happening right now in your body, telling you exactly what you need to know. The difference between those who thrive past 75 and those who decline isn't genetics or luck. It's attention. It's action. Margaret rebuilt her leg strength at 76. James restored his walking speed at 77. Robert regained his grip at 74. William found purpose at 78. Dorothy recovered her balance at 75. Each of them noticed the signs. Each of them chose to respond. Your body isn't failing you. It's communicating with you. Every time you stand from a chair, walk across a room, grip a jar, connect with another person, balance on one foot, sleep through the night, sit down to a meal, your body is showing you the truth. The question isn't whether these signs exist. The question is whether you're paying attention. And more importantly, whether you're willing to do something about what you discover. Start with one sign, just one. Pick the area where you've noticed the most change and commit to improving it. 5 minutes of daily practice, consistent effort, nothing dramatic, just deliberate attention to what your body needs. Because the clock isn't stopping, but neither is your ability to influence what happens next.